get a warm-up in. Interlace your fingers, palms reaching up toward the sky, sits bones pressing into the mat, your uncomfortable rock. And then let's do a side stretch over to the right. Right hand comes down to the mat, left hand overhead, and then switch. Left hand to the mat, right arm overhead. Come back and do a twist toward the right. Left hand to right knee, looking over the shoulder, and switch. Right hand to left knee, looking over your left shoulder. Come back to the center, interlace the fingers again, and send those palms up, and then forward fold as far as you can, as far as is comfortable. Leave room for breath. From our seated position, take the bottoms of your feet, press them together. Maybe hold on to your toes and let your knees either flop back and forth or maybe just sit still, feeling the weight pulling your knees down to the earth. Let's reach out the left leg, cross the right leg over, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and twist, looking over your right shoulder. Pull that belly button into the spine. And then let's switch. Right leg stretches out, left leg is bent over the top, right elbow meets the left knee, looking over your left shoulder. And come back to center. Roll over into tabletop. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, cat-cow. Breathe with each movement, warming up the spine. Send your hips back into our first down dog. From here, ripple through the spine into a plank and hold. Back into down dog. Again, ripple through the spine to plank. One more down dog. And now bend the knees, send the hips back toward the heels for a little stretch, and then back to down dog. Weight on the right foot, let the left foot and legs stretch out behind you. Three-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, crunch. Left leg straightens out, then bend the knee, stack the hips, and gracefully, or here, ungracefully, let that heel fall behind you into wild child. Chest up toward the sky, opening up the heart, opening up the belly. Breathe. Come back to tabletop. Send your hips back toward the heels. Child's pose. Heart melting pose, dragging the heart through to upward facing dog. Send the hips back into downward facing dog. Ripple through the spine to plank. Hold. Back to down dog. Ripple through again. Plank. Down dog. Bend the knees, send the hips back toward the heels, then push into plank. Again, bend the knees, send the hips back toward the heels, and now down dog. Left foot presses into the earth, right leg stretches out behind you, three-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow, crunch. Send back to three-legged dog. Stack your hips, bending your right knee. And gracefully or ungracefully, let your right foot fall behind you into wild child, opening up your chest up toward the sky, reaching your arm out away from you. Come back into a downward facing dog. And then slowly, your knees, and slowly come to a seated position. Feet on the mat, grabbing the backs of your legs and arching the back, pulling backwards. Bring the chest to the knees now. And back to arching the back, almost like a seated cat-cow. Breathing as you move. Now bring those knees into your chest and give yourself a good hug. And kick those legs out into boat pose. Knees to chest, give a hug, and back to boat pose. Bring those knees back in once more and place the feet down. Now cross the right ankle on the left knee, leaning backwards, threading your hands through to your left shin. Supine pigeon. Breathing into your hips. Roll back up, knees to chest. Boat pose. Knees to chest. Boat pose. And now the opposite leg for reclined pigeon. Breathe into your hip, releasing, letting go. Bring the bottoms of your feet together into a Supta Baddha Konasana, allowing your knees to fall to the sides. Again, breathing into your hips, feeling your belly rise and fall. From here, we will close out our class and come to a nice seated position. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, palms to heart. Thankful, grateful. Namaste.